Well, hello and welcome to my garden. Now today I'm going to show you a little bit of flooding that's occurred overnight. We've had rain all day long today. This is a Sunday, and I'm just going to show you around the local area and down to where my studio is, just to see what it's like. Well, this is a little ditch which is beside our garden, or it's actually beside our neighbour's garden, and it's normally about 2 meters deep. As you can see, it's completely filled up with water and some weeds, etc. Now this actually flows down through a little drain down towards our house, and then goes, at the minute I'll show you where it goes, across the neighbour's garden. So because of the ditch is filled up, too much water to go through the road drain because it's too small, so it comes across our neighbour's lawn and heads right to our driveway and floods right outside our lovely little cottage which we rent. And there is a little hole in the side of the lawn there where the water normally goes, and then that will flow underneath normally into the road drain where that orange bollard is, and then goes down through the road surface. So what's happening now, it's coming right across the garden, drowning the cars virtually. We have to move them out of the way. Goes down the side of the house now, down the garden. And it goes across my garden down into the side of the fence. Now I'll show you that side of it in a minute. So instead of going down into the road drain, it's coming out of the road drain just here. This is a drainage hole, and it's totally coming up out of the ground, flowing over the top of the road, all the way down the road to where our neighbour's house is. It also does flow across underneath the road on the other side of the road, and it's coming up under the road surface there. It's all come up, never drying. And that again is flowing into one of our neighbours. So we follow this water as it goes down the surface of the road. And as you see, our poor neighbours have to park onto the front of their garden. And it goes down, and their garden is absolutely full of water as again. These poor people again have floods like this every time. There's a lot of road water because they've got nowhere to go but in their driveway, because the council won't get on and put a bigger drain in the road surface under the road. So it flows across there and goes down the other side of the road into another ditch. I think the problem is we've got a small drain, it crosses underneath the road, and that's where it gets blocked up because there's not enough pipework there to take the water away. So we'll head back into my garden now, and I'll show you where our summer house is, which is my little studio. Now where this wooden fence is, there used to be a whole row of fir trees. Now they used to soak up any water that came into the garden, So our particular side of the garden never flooded, although the road side always flooded, and the fir trees were blamed for doing that. They thought the roots of the fir trees went into the drain. It's not the case, because that drain is in the road and not on the garden side. As you can see from where the water's coming out of the road there now, that drain goes in under the road side of things, and that is still blocked up. It's the road drain which is the problem, and not the original fir trees. Well, this is my homemade picnic table, which this year I'm going to paint, but the water is coming through the side there, and I've never seen it this high before. It's all come up around the edge of the picnic table. Not muddy underfoot today, it's wet underfoot. And our little area here where the water's come under the fence is drowning our little shrubs. And it's probably filled up the cesspit again, which has only recently been cleaned out from the last flood. And the water flows round the side, round the back of the garden. This has never been this wet here before. And here's my summerhouse studio. Thankfully it's not wet. The water hasn't rose up above my concrete tiles there, but it has come round this side of the garden. So it's come right round here, come like a little river round the back here, on the back end of my summer house. Luckily it's not gone in, and I've got this little potting shed. Another little thing I'm going to do this year, because I'm retiring in April this year, 2024, and as you see the water is flowing the right hand side of my potting shed. It's also on the garden section. And it's running down the other side of the potting shed. Lucky again, the potting shed I've managed to, when I built this, I put it higher than the ground around it. And now the water comes down the garden. And the bottom end of the garden, which is our lawn, has never been this flooded before. It has had water before, but not as much as this. And that all comes around the side here. This is the back fence next to our four neighbours, which their driveway is completely underwater. And it goes right round here to my compost heap. And as you see, the poor neighbour's house is over there, all flooded underwater. Crikey. It's even close up to here. Well, I think we've probably got grass snakes in our old compost heap there. So I think I've seen them. We have seen them in the area. So I think we're lucky we've got grass snakes in the muck heap. Which will need a bit of a tidy up later on. And even got water coming around here. And we've got a tiny pond. Now we've got more or less a river in the garden. Well, there you go. Just a little look around the flooded area around our garden. Quite nice actually, isn't it? Hey? I don't think. Thanks for watching.